everybody, so if you haven't heard already, the Sephora sale is going on right now. It started today. So for those of you who haven't shopped the spring sale at Sephora before, once you go sign up for a membership, even if you're not a member, I believe you get 10% off, but once you sign up for a membership where you can gain points through your shopping, you are automatically a VIB. That's basically just meaning that you signed up for a membership and that you're a part of their points perk program. And then if you get to a certain level, you shop a lot at Sephora, you may qualify to be a Rouge member. So Rouge members get 20% off and then regular VIB get 15% off. I once was a Rouge member and I'm pretty sad that I'm not a Rouge member anymore, but I'm trying to save money. So I'm only getting 15% this year. Not that I'm gonna be doing a lot of shopping. We're gonna pretend like we have all the money in the world today and I'm buying everything on this list, but just know that I'm not. So don't go adding everything up and being like, oh my God, this girl is spending literally thousands of dollars, because I'm not. So I wrote everything down that I wanted to talk about and mention that I feel like if you're gonna shop the sale, these are definitely things you wanna check out. I kind of think that whenever Sephora has a sale, which it's kind of weird, they're kind of restructuring, I think, because they've had a lot more sales than they normally have in the past throughout the year. But when they have a sale at Sephora, it does not happen often. So if there's something that is exclusive to Sephora and you know, it's a little bit out of your normal price range, take advantage of this sale when you can. So a lot of these things I have used personally and I love. A few of the things are items that I'd like to try or that seem like appealing to me. So we're gonna start with skincare first. I stay to a pretty strict skincare routine. I got to a point where I was like, I don't know about it and I want to switch it up. Terrible. My skin had never looked worse. And I know that there's like a period of time where like your skin just kind of detoxes this new product in your skin and you have to give it time. I could not do that. I could not, knowing that I had the answers to my skin, I could not just sit around and let it get out of control. So I do have a blog post on my exact skincare routine that like I said, I've tried a couple times to stray from it and I always regret it. So I've stuck to this routine for probably 3 years now and I love it. And Proactive is sold at Sephora. That's a line that I've used since college. I never really had skin problems in high school, but when I went to college, I suddenly got all of this, you know, all of these problem areas, and it was by no means bad or to the extent of others, but for me it was different and I wanted to take care of it, so I've been using Proactive for years. And then I've just kind of like built on it. So they do have the regular 3-step system at Sephora, which is what I have always used. A couple of other brands that I absolutely love and I feel like you really just can't go wrong is the brand Fresh, Ren, and Caudalie. So, or Caudalie, not really sure how to say it, but a couple of serums that have just been lifesavers for me have been the Ren Young and Beautiful Instant Beauty Shot and then the Caudalie SOS Thirst Serum. Those two I use daily and they're very lightweight, very watery. They're not oil-based. They're just, you know, straightforward serums for moisture and plumping, and they're amazing. I love them so much and I run through them like crazy. I've probably been through like 5 bottles by now and I'm gonna have to get a new one. So those are actually 2 things that I probably will buy during the sale. Another thing that I've added into my beauty routine or skincare routine is the Sunday Riley Tidal Brightening Enzyme Water Cream. I had used something else and it worked for my skin. It was water-based as well. I'm wanting to say it was the Hydro Boost from Neutrogena. but I wanted something a little bit more beneficial for me. So I tried this and I love it. I just kind of, once I'm done with everything, kind of use it as a topper on top of my Proactive moisturizer, and it's just incredible. It makes me feel so plumped and fresh, and it does do a little bit of brightening. I don't really have pictures to prove it, but I feel like it does something for me. Another thing to mention, which I kind of included this in my makeup routine, I've been trying this trendy step where you put your moisturizer on, you put the powder on, and then your primer. I actually love it. The moisturizer I use for that is the Ren Flash Hydro Boost Emulsion. It's really interesting, and I've never used anything like it before. So you just put like a little tiny squirt, and then you put that on your skin, and then you run your hands under cold water, hot water, whatever you want to do, whatever is more appealing to you. And then you rub that water in with the emulsion on your skin, and it's like a spa experience. It's the nicest thing to do in the morning, and it smells great. It's not super heavy on your skin, so I really enjoy that step of my routine. Okay, so we're gonna move on to hair. As you can see, I have a lot of hair. Just for reference, I have a lot of hair, but it's pretty fine hair, so it does get tangly. I do really have to watch over my ends because I do tend to use a lot of product and heat on it. So I try my best to use like really moisturizing products and things that will protect my hair, because I want to take care of my hair. It's super long. It's a lot of, time and effort to get it to look like this. So I want to take care of it. The things I wanted to mention, this is something that I haven't used or tried, but I've seen a couple of girls like on Instagram using rollers to set their hair, and I used to do this back in the day, and it really did lift and give my hair the most volume I'd ever had. So I wanted to try the Dry Bar self grip rollers. They're I think they come in different sizes. I kind of wanted the bigger size. Just, I'm not really looking for curls. I just want body and lift. So I wanted to try those. The Triple Sec finishing spray from Dry Bar I also love. It smells really good. I don't even know how to explain the smell, but it's just kind of like a sweet, fresh smell, and I've sprayed it before, and Keegan will smell it and thinks it smells really good, so it's also good. Your boyfriends might like it. But it gives a lot of good texture to the hair. I normally use it if I'm like curling my hair. After I'm totally done, I'll just spray it and kind of do that, and it gives just the most body and texture. So I love that spray. A hair mask, of course, is the one that everybody uses and everybody just dies over, is the Briogeo Deep Conditioning Hair Mask. This is a new product for me. I think I bought it like probably 5 to 6 months ago. Sorry, I got a text message that scared me. So I used it probably like 5 to 6 months ago, and it's not something that I grab every, often, but it smells really good. I tend to just put it in my ends. I don't really notice a huge difference, but when I use a hair mask, I try to use it more like a conditioner just for my ends, and I feel like I get the most benefit out of that. Sorry, I don't have like more good things to say about it. I just really haven't used it a ton, but when I have it, it does do pretty well for what its purpose is. So another product that I have been using since middle school is the GHD hair straightener. I have tried every straightener under the sun, including, what do you call it? Chi. It doesn't like even compare. So GHD is much smoother to me than like a regular plastic type straightener. When I use like the more plastic, like gimmicky straighteners, it always pulls my hair out. Like it gets stuck in the screws or like the plating, and I hate that, and it's so uncomfortable and it's weird and it's just not necessary. So the GHD ones I love. I actually, like a friend of mine in middle school was using it, and her aunt had given it to her. She was a hairstylist, and I have just loved it ever since. So I would highly suggest looking into that straightener. And I think they have like a bundle kit where it comes like a whole brush and a case and all kinds of stuff. So also something to check out. Another product that I love are the IGK First Class dry shampoos. I know they have a whole line of dry shampoo. I've only used the First Class dry shampoo and I really like it. It does give a good lift to your hair. I think it's supposed to have like a volumizing element to it, which it does. Can't really speak on the smell. I don't remember the smell, to be honest, but I do like it. And I'm hard to please with dry shampoos because they tend to just make my oiliness worse for some reason. It's just like adding product to oil for me. So when I find one that I like, it really does say something. The last hair tool and product that I'd like to talk about is the T3 curling irons. Of course, everybody raves about this. This is another thing that just everyone dies over, and it's very popular on Instagram and social media and all that stuff. It really does live up to what people say about it. I was really contemplating getting it in the first place because it is a little bit more expensive. I've had other curling irons, cheap curling irons that work good. So I was like, do I really need to spend the money? I don't know. So I didn't buy it originally. I had tried other curling irons and I regretted it. So I eventually just returned the ones that I had wanted to try instead and ended up going with what I wanted originally. And I have not regretted it. I love it. They have all different sizes. You can get kind of like a kit that you can exchange out the barrels. You can also get more of a wand version. So really suggest checking their brand out. Okay, so now to the fun stuff, which is makeup. I'm gonna kind of try to go in the order of what you do for your face. So I already talked about the moisturizer that I use and the powders that I've used. So I don't really have a particular powder that I like or, you know, that's better than any other powder that's out there. Currently, I'm using the Cover FX, I think it's like the perfecting powder. It's just the regular translucent powder that they have, which is fine. I do like that one, so you can check that out as well. I love also the Becca primers. I've used their Ever Matte primer for years and years, and I love that one. As my skin's gotten a little bit more dry in combination, I like to do more kind of like glowy and moisturizing primers. So they also have a couple that I love and I've tried. It's I think the Backlight primer is either the purple one. They have a purple and a gold, and I've tried both of them. They make your skin really luminous. The gold one is like amazing for summer. It doesn't make your makeup slide. It looks really good in your makeup. It makes you look super glowy and golden and, you know, tan and shiny in all the right ways. The purple one is like a filter. It's meant to like brighten and just make you look, you know, a step ahead, and I loved that. I've only tried like the smaller versions of that one, but it's something that I've wanted to just buy the full size of for a while now, and I just haven't done it. So a new foundation that I've tried, and I think it's probably the best foundation I have ever tried in my life. It's the best foundation that I've ever used, and it looks the best on me. And also another like popular favorite is the NARS Radiant Longwear foundation. I cannot for the life of me remember what shade I am, but I highly suggest you can use these like these membership perks in store. I know that, you know, right now it's kind of tough because of quarantine and everything. So, you know, without going into the store, you can do kind of like a shade matching system online. I think they ask you like what products you typically use that match you well. I think you can even do where you take a picture of yourself and try on different shades like for your picture. So that's something I would suggest just to make sure you get the right shade. Also, something that I do, a little hack, is look at the product description. I know that I prefer like just neutral tones and I want to look like a little bit more tan because I'm always self-tanning. So I try to look at the product description and find those elements in the description, and it works pretty well. So just try to think of what your undertone is, how you typically buy your products, and then what you just prefer to use on your skin. So next are concealers. I have used one of the concealers, which is the Sephora Bright Future Gel Serum Concealer. They have a whole product range of different shades and everything. I use 2 different colors. I think I've used meringue before. All of like the last 3 shades, or the first 3 shades that are just like the super lightest shades, and then the pink shade for color correcting, I love. It's a very thin consistency, so if I'm going for more of a natural look, I will use those concealers just by themselves, and it's beautiful. It's like medium coverage that you can build up, and it's fine. But it's really beautiful, and I love them, and they're like $12, so I love those. Definitely worth checking out. Another new concealer that I have just been trying is the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. I wear the color Snow. You can see I'm wearing it right here. It's super brightening, and it does have a little bit of a pink undertone, which I also look for in concealers because I want my under eyes to be bright. I don't really spot conceal. I don't really have that many skin issues to be covering up, so looking for full coverage things is not really a concern for me, but it is full coverage. A little bit goes a long way. So for any of you out there that does have problem areas or things that you want to cover up, this is definitely something to look for, because even layering or using a lot of it, it doesn't look like a lot. It doesn't bring out texture. I've tried products recently that they just laid weird on my skin, and I don't really have a ton of skin issues, so when products, make my pores look huge and I look cakey, it's just not good, and I wouldn't suggest them, and this does not do that. So I really like this concealer. Next, so this is something that I have heard about a lot, but I've never tried it. And I've actually never tried a liquid blush at all, but the one from NARS, it's like the cutest little package, and it's in the Orgasm shade in liquid blush. And I have seen it on so many people, especially when you have like a little bit of a tan. It's the most beautiful pink color, and it makes you look glowy, just like fresh and young. So I really, really want to try that. Another thing that I would suggest for blush, I typically will buy palettes for blush because it's kind of hard to carry singles of everything, especially when you're storing things or maybe traveling, or just when maybe you have a lot of makeup. It's really kind of annoying and difficult to pull out like singles of everything, and it's not very versatile because you don't have everything in front of you. So I really suggest doing palettes, especially when the sale is going on, because of course palettes are a little bit more expensive, but think of all the things that you're getting for that price. So you're getting like maybe 4 to 6 to 8 blushes for maybe the price of 2 products. So just something to think about. I personally think it's worth it. And it is just so nice to have, versatility like right there in one product. So 2 to 3 things as far as blush, and I'll go over highlighter as well, that I would love to try. And again, if this whole quarantine situation had not happened, and I had saved an appropriate amount of money, I probably would have gotten these things. My birthday's always also around the corner, so these are probably things that I would have ended up getting anyways, but they're gonna stay in the cart for a while. But okay, the Benefit Cheek Stars Reunion palette. It's the newest one that came out. It's got Georgia, I think it's Georgia Peach or something blush. It's got the Dallas blush, Hula Cookie. The cookie highlighter looks incredible. It looks like it'd be, really good for any skin tone. just really pretty shine. So I really would love to get that palette. Another palette that is kind of similar to one I have. I bought a NARS cheek palette back in the day. I still have it and I love it, and it's always something that I travel with instead of carrying single blushes because it's got everything I need in it. It has the Laguna bronzer, which I love, so if you're in the need for a bronzer, I'd highly suggest Laguna from NARS or Hoola from Benefit. But NARS has a cheek palette out now. It is called the NARS Exposed Cheek Palette. It's really beautiful. It's kind of like deeper pink colors, but I'm not sure, to be honest, how they kind of transfer, if they're super pigmented or kind of light and you can build it up. But they do look super pretty. So as far as highlighters, the Anastasia Beverly Hills Nicole Guerrero palette, I remember when this originally came out and it was beautiful. I loved all the looks that I saw with it. And like by the time I was gonna go buy it, it was just done. Like it was a limited time, limited amount of product, and it was gone. And, you know, thought it was never gonna come back, but it came back and I really was interested in buying it. But of course I'm trying to save money right now, so I would really suggest it. It's got really, really, really pretty, kind of more subtle colors for highlighters. But a few in there that you can be a little bit more fun with. I think there's like an orangey and a more pinky color highlighters, which I like because if you're trying to be just a little more fun and elevate your look a little bit just to give like a little pop of something, you can use them as eyeshadows. You can just use them in the corner of your eye, but it's just that little pop of color that adds shine and I think would be great. Another palette that I really love is the Hourglass Ambient Light Palette. This is like a filter powder for your face. You can use it as a highlighter, which is fine. It's super subtle, so if you're a very like a natural girl that doesn't like a lot of makeup and doesn't like the fuss and doesn't like a super blinding highlight, definitely try these ambient powders. This one comes with kind of a more bronzy one and then a lighter one and one kind of in the middle. For brides or anyone that's gonna be at like we're gonna talk like this is just like the perfect world and nothing's going on. So, you know, I hope I'm not offending anybody, but I'm just telling you from my experience. So if you have like a big event where you need to take pictures or you just wanna look really put together, once you're done with your makeup, spray your setting spray, whatever you wanna do, or don't, it's fine. But just kind of like lightly brush this in the middle of your face and I'm serious, it's just like a filter and you're gonna look amazing. A couple of my friends, I've done their wedding makeup and I've used that powder exactly like that and it's just gorgeous. So definitely check that out. Okay, so next on here, and I think the last thing, are brow products. Oh, I forgot I went all the way on the other page. But we can talk about brows. So obviously Anastasia Beverly Hills has the best products. I use their dip brow, I think in blonde, and then their brow wiz. I don't like their arched pencil. It's too messy for me. I didn't like it, but I love these two products. If I have to go and choose anything for my brows, it's probably that. But I also really love and have tried in the last like year, the Hourglass Brow Sculpting Pencil. It's kind of modeled after the ABH angled brow pencil. I don't know exactly what they call it, but it's kind of like that idea, but it's more stiff, and I did my brows in like 1 second, and maybe it's not perfect, but it's the easiest product I've ever used. My one complaint is that the brush on the other end is so flimsy, it's worthless. So if you're gonna buy it, just use a firmer spoolie to actually like brush it through. Otherwise, I love it and it's a great option. Okay, so for mascara, one mascara that I highly suggest is the Tarte Lights Camera Action mascara. If you're someone that likes like super black, lifted, and fluffy lashes, this is the perfect mascara. I actually ran out quite a bit ago, and I'm trying some more drugstore mascaras, but I really, really love that mascara, and I've probably been like through 3 to 4 tubes of them, and I love it. Okay, my favorite product in my makeup routine, my favorite product to ever talk about are lips. So I'm gonna suggest lipsticks first. The Sephora Lip Stories collection is awesome. I probably just bought a couple of months ago, I think like 4 different colors, and they're really pretty. They're long wearing. It's not gonna last you all day. It's probably not gonna last you all the way through dinner or a meal or whatever, but I do really, really, really like them, and they do stay on pretty well for like a cheap lipstick, and they have so many different finishes and different colors, so you could choose literally any color that suits you or that you like, and it will be in that collection, and it's really good. Another liquid lip or like lipstick product that I have tried before, I had bought this originally after a sample. This is like, you know, the catch to it. So it's a great product. It lasts forever. I mean, you will have to scrub your lips to get it off. So it is really good. But 2 things, the color range sucks. I'm sorry, but it does. There's not a nude shade in there. It's like reds, pinks, and berry colors. So if you're into that and you want a long-lasting lip product, then try the Hourglass Opaque Rouge Liquid Lip. They are incredible. I use the shade Canvas. It's the lightest, most neutral shade they have. I really liked it, and I'm not even joking, it stayed on hours and hours and hours and hours and looked like it had not been touched. But another thing that has, you know, made me hesitant to use that product was you get, I mean, literally this much product, and it's almost $40. So do with that what you will. Another new product for me are the Charlotte Tilbury, it's a hard word to say, I can talk. The Charlotte Tilbury lip line. I love her lip liners. I am hard to please with lip liners. I don't like them too creamy. I don't like them too stiff. Hers are right in the middle. I love them. Great colors. I really like something that makes my lips look plump, but you know, you can't really tell that I'm overlining them too much. Hers are perfect. I love them. Great product range, great colors, love them. I also tried her Superstar Lip in Pillow Talk. It's like this moisturizing, glossy lipstick, and it also, for some reason, I don't know the magic behind it, but it does not move. I wore this like a month or so ago, last month, to a Mardi Gras celebration. It's probably like early March, and I was out with my friends, we were eating and drinking, and it did not move, and I loved it. It's like pretty sheer, but amazing color. It's just perfect. I love it. So for lip gloss, I have a couple that I wanted to talk about. So this is one that I have used. It's the Sephora Outrageous Plump Lip Gloss. I love them. When I bought them, they only had 2 colors. I bought them both. It was more of a clear and then more of a nude. I loved them. They do make your lips tingle. It looks really good. It makes your lips look really plump. But they just extended the color range, so I really am excited about that, and I can't wait to buy more. Last thing is the Marc Jacobs Enamored High Shine Lip Lacquer, specifically in the shade Skin Deep. I swatched this in the store. I loved it. It was like the perfect nude, not too pink, not too peachy, not too purple. It was not clear by any means, and it wasn't really light for a nude. It was just like the perfect nude if maybe you have like a tiny bit of a tan. Just perfect. They were a little bit more on the expensive side, so I didn't buy it, and I probably won't buy it anytime soon, but when I do, that's the color I'm gonna go for. Okay, moving on to the last thing that I wanted to mention are perfumes. So this is something that I have kind of collected. I used to collect a lot more, but then I got so many that I was like, I need to calm down, and I haven't bought any in a couple of years because I'm trying to finish out what I have and not, you know, just keep buying with stuff just sitting on the shelf. These are two of my favorite perfumes. I think they're maybe even my top 2 perfumes of all time. The first one is the original Juicy Couture. I don't care if it makes me smell like a 16-year-old. I love it. It's so good. There's not enough like good things to say about it. It's the best smelling perfume ever. I wear it all the time, and it just, like, you can smell it throughout the day. It's got, you know, long lasting smell. It's perfection. You just have to try it. I would not say, I haven't tried like the other parts of Juicy's perfume line, so I can't really speak on the other scents, but the original one is perfection. And then the last one, so this perfume I actually found in my mom's closet in middle school, and I was like, oh my gosh, this looks so old, and where did this come from? But then I smelled it, and it was just amazing. So like, if you like a sweet, kind of more like, I'm probably like horrible at explaining perfumes, but it's a sweeter smell, and it's like cozy. Does that make sense? I don't know, but it's maybe a little bit of a mature scent. So maybe me wearing this in high school was not the best thing, but as an adult, I have sprayed this on like myself when I'm wearing a scarf or something, for instance. And, you know, I'll put my scarf away. I will bring the scarf back out, and it smells like this perfume, and it makes me so happy. This perfume is Dior Hypnotic Poison. It's like the little red apple looking one. It's incredible. I love it. If you want a sweet, like yummy smell, you have to buy it. Even if it's just the little one, you have to try it. Let me know what you think, because it is the most amazing smell I've probably ever smelled in my life, and it reminds me of my mom, so it makes me happy. So that is everything that I have to suggest. I would love to hear in the comments if you guys have other products that you use that you absolutely love and you cannot live without, or products that, you know, are more on the pricey end that you would like to buy but typically wouldn't and are considering for the sale. And then if you guys have any questions about any products, I mean, I pretty much stock Sephora, and I'm pretty in tune with different products and different brands and stuff, so you can always reach out and ask me any questions you have, and I can give you my best suggestions or advice as far as the sale goes. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and thank you so much for going through all the products that I love and products that I suggest for the sale. And good luck, and I hope you guys are all doing okay. I know that, you know, not a lot of people are shopping right now, but I think like the role of like just being online and talking about shopping is there's a lot of sales going on right now. So if there's obviously makeup and products is not anything that anybody needs, but you know, I'm trying to just post some things that, you know, if you have a graduation coming up that hopefully will pull through and you will get to walk, or if you have a wedding to go to that hopefully will not be canceled, you at least can find like some cheaper options to be able to attend those and feel good about yourself. So, you know, yeah, overall, I just hope everyone's doing okay and you guys are all happy and doing well and safe and healthy. And just know that I'm praying for each and every one of you, and I love you so much for supporting me. So thank you so much, and you guys have a very good day.